For this project, I'm using a fingering weight yarn, but I'm gonna use the double pull. So this is a fingering weight yarn, and I'm gonna use a double pull so that it will be similar to a medium weight kind of yarn. And then I'm gonna use a 3.5mm crochet hook because I want my tension to be a bit tighter. Now make a slip knot, and you're going to chain up until you have about 3 inches long. So keep chaining, and then later on we're going to measure. In this project we will also need a flex frame, so make sure that the length of the chain is almost the same as the length of this one. I chained 15. After that, I'm going to work a chain 1 for the turning chain, and then into the next stitch I'm gonna work 1 single crochet. So I'm gonna make this base a bit wider, so I'm going to add a few more rows until maybe I have about 1 inch of wideness, because I want to add many coins in my coin purse. So that's how you can make it wider for the base. And I will keep on working 1 single crochet into each stitch until I get to the last chain. So there should be 15 single crochets in total for this row. I'm making sure that I have the size of this flex frame, and then after that I am going to work a chain 1 and then turn. Now for others, they skip this first stitch here because they count chain 1 as a single crochet. But if you do not want an edge that is like zigzag, then you're gonna skip this first stitch and move on to the next. That way this chain 1 will count as 1 single crochet. So on this next row we should still have 15 single crochets in total. So 1 single crochet into each stitch until you get to the last chain. Now once you get to the last stitch, you're gonna chain 1 again and then skip this first stitch because chain 1 counts as 1 single crochet, and then to the next work 1 single crochet into each stitch until you get to the last one. So when you get to the last stitch, sometimes it's difficult to see it, so just make sure that you have counted to make sure it's 15. So 3, 6, 9, 12, 13, 14. So we still have 1 more stitch to go. Sometimes the last stitch is difficult to see, but then you have to make sure that each row has 15 stitches so that the edges are straight on both sides. Now if you think that this one is already thick and you don't want a very fat bottom, then you can proceed to the next round with just working 1 single crochet into every stitch around this rectangular base. But I think I'm gonna add 1 more, so I'm gonna chain 1 and then repeat working 1 single crochet into each stitch all throughout the row. Now once you have those 4 rows, I'm going to work a single crochet into the same stitch as where I did my last single crochet, and I'm gonna do 1 single crochet into each single crochets on this side, and there should be a total of 4. Now I'm gonna get to the other side, and this will be like the corner, so I'm gonna add 1 more, and maybe I'm gonna do the same when I get back around. So into the next stitch I'm gonna work 1 single crochet into each stitch until I get to the other side. Now this is what it looks like after working 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 rounds. And the next few rounds will be like 1 inch or maybe 2 inches, and that will be for the flex frame. So chain 1, and then on back loop only we're gonna work 1 single crochet into each. So we continue doing that until we get back around. I did about 9 rows in total, so each row has 19 single crochets. And then the next step is we're going to fold it. This is the front side and this is where we fold, and we're gonna add the ruffles. So to add the ruffles, we're going to work a slip stitch into the stitch under where we started a single crochet on top of the next 2 rows. So we're gonna work a slip stitch in there, and then into the same stitch as chain 1 we're gonna insert the hook into the same stitch and back into the back loop. So we're gonna chain 1 until 3. So 1, sometimes it's tough, just have to do that. 1, 2, 3, then back into the same stitch. We're gonna work 3 more or 2 more double crochets. So we're creating a ruffle. Now we're gonna do the same into every back loop in here, catching the next stitch of this pink piece, and then get the back loop and work another 3 double crochets, 2 and 3. So we'll be repeating that until we get to the other end, and this is what it's going to look like once you finish. So this is also one way to hide how you close this fold here, by doing 3 double crochets into the back loop of the other stitch and on 2 loops. Now into the next clip, I'm going to show you how to add or to insert the flex frame. So this is what it looks like now. All you need to do is weave in all the ends. Okay, so this is what it looks like after weaving in the ends. So the next step is we're going to add the flex frame. So we will need this one and also some pliers. So first we need to insert this 2. So this one might get caught inside this one, so maybe you can add some sticky tape first. Wrap it with the sticky tape so that it can pass through inside this smoothly without getting caught up with the thread. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just going to insert them carefully, and I'm gonna do the same on the other. we're going to insert this one right over here, and then the next step would be to bend this one. So once that is done, it's already locked, and you can now push this one